I would like to know that. How do
I
you
don't
keep
keep out
yourself
of
out of
trouble.
trouble? That's really something.
I guess it depends on the definition of trouble if you're going to look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
can make you a list later.
yeah. I think
Yes.
I haven't had anyone yell at me, so that's a good thing, and
Oh, that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a
delivering
good
things
thing.
on time, so that's another good sign. So,
I hate that when people yell at me.
yeah, I'm
I
fortunate.
prefer laughing with people.
Exactly. It's
Mhm.
unfortunate because I'm 6 foot tall and reasonably well built. Very people do think twice before they
You are lucky.
yeah, so
Ooh.
have that
That's a good thing.
towering
Mhm.
demeanor. But I've
Yeah.
learned a bit of how to speak softly too, because that's I think that makes a bit of a difference as well. It seems to carry more power. I had that with a client, or a client's client, I should say, and they weren't very happy. And in that situation, I've been in that before, where people would actually get angry back,
Mhm.
and I just didn't. I just stayed calm and relaxed, and it was the client was in the wrong. My client was in the wrong. And I just said, look, we take that on board, and we'll fix it. And he sort of he couldn't really get any angrier, and he started to get calmer because he wasn't being met with anger. So he really had nowhere to go. For him to keep getting angry would have been just looked like he was crazy. So I found that technique works a lot with people, in the sense of you stay calm especially if they're angry. You
You
stay,
know, it's interesting because that's what I'm learning in school. I went to school yesterday. That was why I didn't reply earlier.
yeah,
We have this full time where we are exercising,
yeah,
uh, and we are learning how you can use your voice. I
okay,
like that a lot because you can calm people, as you said, just by lowering your voice and speaking very. Yeah, sometimes even whispering. I've tried that with a client, patient. I was looking after her,
yeah,
monitoring her, and
mhm,
she was really hysterical because they wanted to take a blood sample,
yeah,
and she was mentally ill, and she was just like screaming and shouting from the top of her lungs. So the woman who was trying to get that blood sample, she got so nervous that she couldn't do it.
yeah.
So she had to stop, and then she said to the girl that she was maybe 20 years old or something like that. She
Mhm.
told the girl that she couldn't do it because it was just the way she was screaming like a child,
Yeah,
that just freaked her out. So she said they have to take her to another place where there was a doctor who could do the same, who would try to do the same because they really needed that blood sample.
yeah,
So I went with her to that place, and then I sat really close to her ears, and then I was whispering to her,
yeah,
and it was just like uh, yeah, I just felt like doing that. So I just whispered to her, you are going to make it, and it's not going to be like you have ever experienced it before, and it's not going to hurt you or anything. And this doctor, he is so good. He's very good at what he's doing. And I didn't know the doctor. I was just
yeah.
like talking to her. And you know what? She didn't say a word. They just took the blood sample, and the doctors and the nurses were just like, what? Because they have heard that she was a terrible patient because she was screaming and shouting. But, it's kind of like you can use it as, what is it called? Trance, some
Yeah.
sort of trance, just
It's
a
that
mild one.
people feed off you, and they mirror you, and if you stay calm, I found that
Yeah.
it worked a lot. Like when Benjamin, my son was little, what I would do is when because he was a very calm baby, but I put that down. I'll take part of the responsibility for that. When he was
Hmm.
upset, I would actually hold him close to my chest.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
slow my heartbeat down, so I would actually sort of breathe deep and relax myself. He calmed
Hmm.
down, and I just lay him down in the cot, and he just stay asleep.